You're on.
Rocket. Hi, I'm Marley, and I'm doing my presentation tonight on Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We were asked to do an informative speech on a charity, so I chose one of the charities in our community. In our community, we have 14 to 17-year-old boys that most of our crime is being committed by. With Big Brothers and Big Sisters, if they have a mentor, it's going to keep them from having crime because they'll be involved with someone who is a buddy, someone who could be their friend, someone who can guide them and show them some responsibility, and it would lower our crime rate. 53% less likely to be arrested than all other 14 to 17-year-old in our community if they were involved with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. The mission statement for Big Brothers, Big Sisters is that they provide children facing adversity with strong and enduring, professionally supported one-to-one relationships that change their lives for the better. Their vision is that it's all about the children, which that is what Big Brothers, Big Sisters is. You can volunteer, you can be a mentor to these children, and you can contact Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and there's a process that you can go through. And all you have to really do is be willing to spend 2 hours, 2 to 3 times a month to be with your little, which a child from the age of 4 to 18 is called a little, and you, as the adult, would be called the big. And if you're wondering, what do I do with a little? There's lots of activities in our community. Hiking, a lot of shows or events down at the courthouse, and you're giving them the opportunity to be able to get active in the community and be, go ahead, okay. And be able to learn more about the community because you're their buddy and their friend. With that being said, I did a personal interview with 2 people. One was Margaret Goff. She is also my mother. She's been a Big for 11 years, and that is how I was aware of Big Brothers, Big Sisters. She basically said that she is doing this because she wants to be able to help less fortunate kids that may not have 2 parents in the family. Maybe they live with family members because their parents are no longer here, and it gives them an opportunity and gives her an opportunity to be able to teach things and do things with a child and make them feel good. She spends more time than what is required as a Big with her little. She asks her little what she would like to do, so the things that they do outside is basically what Callista would like to do. If you can switch to the other one. My mom's little her current little is Callista. She's had 2 prior to her current one. And Callista, she's been with for 5 years. And Rachel, she was with 5 years, and then she had a young little man her very first time in, and she had him for a year. They do a lot of paintings, she bakes, and she makes pizzas with her, and she takes her to her house, and I actually had the honor of being able to take Callista to one of the events that she was going to do with my mom. They were out of town, and it was rewarding for me in that I wasn't her Big, but I was able to do something with her and watch her smile and gleam, because it was Mulan, which was a play that was done here in the community, and she was just talkative about it and really enjoyed the show. The second interview I had was with a friend of mine who is also a current classmate, and she is an employee for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And she was first 3 years with the staff, and then they asked her to be their fundraiser person. And she does the gala events. She helps work with the big event that Big Brothers Big Sisters does in the year, which is the Bowl for Kids' Sake, which is the bowling alley that is in Prescott Valley, and they get people in the community to sponsor, and that's how they make their fundraising, biggest fundraising that part of the year. And she's been in that position for 6 years. She gets out of it a lot of rewards because it's all about the kids, and she truly believes in the vision statement and the mission statement that Big Brothers Big Sisters has. They truly stand by those visions and the mission statements. And she basically enjoys the goals and working with the staff. And if you have any questions, I would be more than glad to help you. And if you want to do the next slide, I think it's Calista again. The last one is a brochure. This one, that's fine. And I am open to questions if you have any.
How old do you have to be a big?
You can be any age, and as my mother says, she believes that there's a lot of older seniors that are more involved, but any age can be a big for a little.
Can you be a big to a young lady or a young man, or do they keep it gender?
It's gender, just for the reasons that they don't want to have a problem, and so the men are with the boys, and the women bigs are with the girl.
No, it's easy to do like things like beauty parlor, painting fingernails, or playing basketball, or
kayaking or camping or anything like that. Baseball, football games. Yeah, and you're just knowing that you're spending a little time with a little and keeping them off the street, possibly maybe getting into trouble, but giving them a new perspective and being able to have an opportunity to do something that they may not have an opportunity to do if the family doesn't
probably wouldn't get.
have. Exactly. So that is the conclusion. Yes.
Is there a religious affiliation with this group?
I don't believe so. But if you need an answer to that, I will be more than glad to research that and get back with you on that.
Well, no. Would they have anything against you teaching what you believe?
Well, looking at, I'll use my family as an example. I don't believe so.
All right.
You mean like taking a little
Like maybe talking with them or taking them to church or something. Now, if you're both in the same religion, that's probably not a bad idea, but speaking to them about a higher being or God probably would depend on how they felt about that, or, I don't know. I'm assuming, what I'm meaning is the little, how they felt about that, so.
I think, like, he would wonder, like, is it against big sister, big brother policy that if they don't have a chosen, religion,
Right.
if you can just, hey, let's go to Sunday school.
That would be something that when you actually, if you were in, let's say that you were interested and you contacted Big Brothers Big Sisters, my understanding is that you have an interview, and in the interview they match you with a little that's going to work with you, that's going to be compatible. Correct. And I believe probably at that time you could probably ask more detailed things like that, and they would be able to answer that for you. If that's an issue that's ever been brought up, or if they've ever had a problem with that as well, too. Well, thank you for coming, and I appreciate you sitting and hearing my speech.
Hey. That was good.
Thank you.
Very informative.
I learned a lot from this. I did. I thought I knew